You know how it is at work making football videos, football news, and the news today is Robert De Zerbi. Can Robert De Zerbi save Tottenham Hotspurs? Is he a good manager? Is he good for them right now? Is he what they need right now? First of all, my opinion, I don't think he's what they need right now. I think if he had come into the team 7 games ago, when they just fired Thomas Frank, I think he would have had enough time to imprint a little bit, a little bit of his own philosophies on them. Because if you've watched his games from Brighton and Marseille, I didn't watch a lot of the French league, but the Premier League in Brighton, they were very, gotta look out for the bosses. They were very forward playing, They wanted to attack, get at teams, they wanted to score, they wanted to win, they wanted their games to be exciting. I think he even said that himself. He'd rather win exciting he'd rather lose and play exciting than win and have it be boring. Don't quote me on that, you can go search it, but I think he said something like that last year because it was pretty famous when he said it, pretty popular when he said it. Tottenham are going after him very aggressively because they're desperate. So, they're going to toss a bunch of money. They're going to toss a lot of money at him. There's going to be clause up the wazoo. If we still get relegated, we'll do this for you. If you save us, we'll give you our firstborn child. They're going to toss everything they can at him to get him through that door and to hopefully for them keep them up. I don't think he will if they get him, but hey, you Tottenham fans, you keep the faith. You know what I mean? You keep it up. I'm just here for the entertainment. De Zerbi. First of all, his records, from what I know, at Marseille, he actually wasn't bad. I think he had like a 67% win rate. I wrote it down. 67% win rate out of 69 games. You know what I mean? That's pretty good. That is really good. They still fired him though, right? You're winning 6 to 7 out of every 10 games in the French league where that PSG dominates, and you still fire him. That says a lot about what else is wrong with him, right? Because if you're solely looking at the coach for what he does or the results he provides on the field, then a 67% win rate, pretending to work, a 67% win rate is pretty good, right? It's very good actually. So now we move forward. They still fired him. They said he's a very emotional guy, right? They said he's very emotional. They said he's very confrontational, right? And he wants things his way. And obviously, Tottenham, Premier League teams, the big 6 teams, how they move. There's only a few of them that can deal with big ego coaches, right? But like I said, they're desperate, so they'll probably take whatever he can offer, whatever he comes with, whatever attitude he comes with. As long as he can keep them up, I'm pretty sure they would take him. Well, not pretty sure. They're fighting to take him, and they will deal with it. They want him on a 5-year contract, which God, he knows how much they're going to pay him. And I'm assuming that 5-year contract is so that he would have job security. He'd feel secure within the position. He wouldn't feel like he's going to fight, keep them up, and then they tell him to F off. So job security on that part. Coming off Marseille, just being fired like a month or so ago, or 2 ago. I think it was in February, so probably 2 months. He was fired. Coming off that 67% win rate, bad attitude, but he is Premier League proven. When he was at Brighton, he brought them to 6th place, which was their highest ever positioning in the top flight. He had a 52% win rate, estimated 52% win rate out of 89 games. he was doing pretty good. They were getting 1 point something, 1.5 points per game they were averaging. That was pretty nice. They played exciting football. People liked watching them. A lot of teams feared playing against them, even though it was still Brighton to the core. You never know what type of Brighton you were gonna get when you went there, but you could pull up at Brighton and get a masterclass of a team, that would just be constantly going at you, constantly trying to score, and they were not afraid to go down by a goal or two because they were confident that they could get those goals back. So he created a very exciting team, which I think that's what a lot of Tottenham fans are missing. A lot of Tottenham fans are missing that excitement when they watch their team. With Thomas Frank, it was boring. It was boring, and to play boring and still lose is crazy. I know for Arsenal, a lot of people like to say, oh, we play boring football, Arsenal is ruining the game, but we're winning. If you hate it so much, beat us. Stop us. Force us to play a different game. For Thomas Frank and Tottenham, they were playing boring and they were still losing. And that was crazy. So he's coming from Marseille with a 67% win rate. He was at Brighton in the Premier League. I still think the hardest league. And he came out with a 52% win rate. Brought them to their highest position ever and gave them their first European qualification, actually. And they still fired him. They still got rid of him. I'm telling you. Might be a great coach, might be a good coach, let's not say great, but might be a good coach, but that attitude, I think it's fuel coming to Tottenham that's already a burning house. The house is on fire, you know what I mean? Daddy left, which is Levy. The house is burning down, and here comes not a fireman, here comes a gas station worker with canisters full of gas saying, I will help you. Pay me and I will save you. I will save you, Tottenham, and I will be around for a while and you'll get to see the type of games you want to see. I don't know. I don't see it. Mind you, if they stay up, if Tottenham stays up and he's their coach and they support him with players, I think Tottenham will have a better team. They'll have a good team, actually. Tactically, they'll be better and definitely better to watch than what we've seen so far this season. They'll be 100 times better to watch if he's in charge, which I'm assuming that is one of the reasons too why he wanted to come in the summer and not before they got relegated or fought to stay up. He wanted to come in the summer because he wanted time to be with the players, to see who his players are, who is coming in, and to drill his philosophy into them and to start fresh, which, I'm pretty sure a lot of managers are watching Tottenham thinking the same thing. I don't want to go down with the ship, even though they wouldn't be blamed, right? If De Zerbi comes now and Tottenham still goes down, no one can blame him. That boat was going down regardless. If he saves them, he's a hero. They'll paint murals of him. He'll be the man and he'll stay there for another year. With his personality, I still can't see him staying those 5 years that they want to give him, but he'll be there for another year, for sure, if he keeps them up. So he didn't want to come now. The fact that they're pushing and he's even thinking about it, it gives you an idea of the amount of money and the clauses that they might be tossing at him, the promises that they might be making him, how they say they'll support him, they'll pay him, he'll be treated like a king at Tottenham. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, he is a good coach. He can make them better. Definitely better than the last two coaches they have. Tudor was crazy that they appointed him in the first place, but it's Tottenham doing Tottenham shit. And Thomas Frank, he was supposed to be way better than he turned out because he is a good coach. I think Tottenham was just too big for him. He's a mid-table coach right now in his career. Give me a mid-table team, a team that's fine to stay up or some shit, and Thomas Frank would be great for them. He wasn't what Tottenham needed, and he should have been gone a long time ago, or if not, should have just let him stay. But De Zerbi coming in, if he comes in, I'm telling you, the fireworks are gonna be flying again, and Tottenham will keep the entertainment coming. I think it's another train wreck in the making, but prove me wrong, Spurs. What do you think? Do you think De Zerbi is a good match, a good coach for Tottenham in the future and for what they need right now for survival? Or is it usual Tottenham drama? And we're all gonna get the marshmallows and watch it burn. Let me know in the comments. Back to work.